Alright, so Overwatch. It's been extremely hyped recently. It was hyped in the beta. Overhype, as people called it, or only watch, as people called it, who didn't get into the beta. As I stated in my video with Romeyer, I got in week 1, so I got to play a lot in the beta. After I took some time to get reacquainted with the game out of beta, there have been some great changes from the earliest point in the beta until now. There are still some things that I believe should be addressed. My review's a little bit slower to come out. I had to wait a week for that box right there to show up. And then when it arrived, I had to play some games and see if anything had been pushed forward from the last big patch in the beta, which there really wasn't much. But I didn't do a video from that earliest shutdown out of the beta. And, yeah, so I had to wait for that to arrive before I could set up this review. I do have an unboxing of that at the end of this video for those of you interested in seeing what I got for the box copy of the game. And that being said, let's jump right into the review. Overwatch's storyline. With Overwatch, our storyline is being given to us through a few clues in the different maps and character interactions. The best source of this has been from the animated shorts and the webcomics. There's much more that can be revealed, and what they have revealed has kept me interested in the lore of the game, and the charm of the different characters with their personalities is what initially got me interested in the game, and I will likely be what keeps me playing the game going forward.
Don't worry, loves. Cavalry's here.
The gameplay of Overwatch has a Blizzard polish that many of us have grown to expect out of even their more quirky games like Lost Vikings and Heroes of the Storm, which allows us to simply enjoy the game for what it's supposed to be, which is a fun FPS game that you can take a few minutes and simply enjoy. The many different characters keep us from feeling trapped in the repetitive gameplay that sometimes comes with multiplayer games, such as League of Legends and Call of Duty. That being said, it is still early in the game's life, even for someone like myself who has played a great number of hours in the beta with the Roman Live. Across the characters, I found the few I enjoy playing the most and tend to stick with those except when I have to swap in order to balance the team more. The swapping of characters creates a changing dynamic in every game that when used properly can completely change the tide of battle. The change of pace from the COD syndrome that our FPS games have had for several years is really nice. Yeah, it leans into some of the stuff we got with Team Fortress 2 with the whole push the cart and our class-based shooting dictating our guns. It also has gone away from the static couple guns and regenerating health that has been so synonymous with FPS games for years. Okay, now for the big one. What has come out of the beta to the live release of the game? Getting into the beta on week 1 allowed me to get some first thoughts on the game early, which I discussed with Romeyer before the first time they closed it. If you want to watch that video, you can click the annotation. So, first complaint I had in the beta had to do with the game modes. At that point, we really only had Push the Cart and now have what is essentially Domination or King of the Hill. Thankfully, it seems like this game mode is getting a lot more variety than I was initially expecting on the different character choices people are making. The other thing that we have been given is the arcade mode, or whatever you want to call it, which allows for some unbalanced fun when you want it and allows you to mix it up once in a while. The second thing that initially bothered me was people not swapping characters to counter the opponents. This likely had to do with various people in different forms of media wanting to get full games as a single character to write articles and make videos. Now that people are playing the game to enjoy it, they are much more willing to swap. Various game lengths seem to have come at a more average 10 minutes. While you will still occasionally get the longer or shorter games, the overall length is just right to keep you entertained in the long run. especially when you play the game with some friends and synergize some character picks. The community has unfortunately gotten worse with the advent of more players. You have the arrogant assholes who think they are better than everyone else, and when they have a mic, can get quite obnoxious very fast. Well, I wish I could buy the different digital rewards you can get from loot boxes manually to get the things you like, most specifically player icons. With the luck of the draw potentially feeling very rewarding when you pull that skin you really want for a character you enjoy, it kinda comes down to the same reason Counter-Strike Go has been so successful with its random loot boxes. Sadly, my biggest complaint still has to do with the play of the game. We still see a lot of simple kill streaks and bastions acting as a turret in a corner. While some of these are impressive and could of course be called the proper play of the game, I still never see any supports get it. I have heard a few people say otherwise. I have yet to experience it myself. I would still very much like to see this addressed by Blizzard sooner rather than later. The highlights feature does help fix this some, though you can go look at it and see if you managed any good plays in your last couple of games. It does not allow you to export the file, so unless you have third-party software to capture it, you cannot share it with your friends.
Alright, final thoughts. All in all, Overwatch is an excellent game that has a large amount of potential going forward. It only has a few rough edges to polish up to fall in line with the look and gameplay. The loot box gambling has the typical charm that carries with it the ability to purchase stuff you want specifically from the currency you get from pulling duplicate items from the boxes that will fix some of your loss when you don't get what you want specifically. It is well worth picking up the game if you're a fan of FPS games at all, as well as if you're just looking for a good time with some friends. Picking it up and playing with friends is a lot of fun. In the end, I'd say this game gets a rating of buy it. Obviously, I got my Overwatch box finally. So if you don't want to watch this, you don't have to. But I figured I'd end this video with me unboxing it. If I can unbox it here without damaging it, because I hate to damage my boxes. Oh, that's why there's tape there. Because all my boxes sit on a shelf where they normally go here. There must be tape on this other side too. In fact, yes there is. And there we go. Now it should come off. There we go. Smooth as silk. So let's see what's in this box. Well, I kind of already know. I like that box. Sweet looking box. It's got a cup holder or some shit right there. I don't know. It's kind of neat. It's definitely one of the better, more solid boxes. Ooh. Okay. That's kind of cool. Folds open. This must be the art book here. And yes it is. Which is in a nice plastic clear case. I look forward to going through this as I do with every Blizzard art book because they're amazing. Okay. I've got soundtrack. Music is great in this game already. There's the game itself. These must be the art print things. Or the postcards. That's right. Oh, hey, look. Free hero for Heroes of the Storm. Cards and guest passes to other Blizzard games like usual. And here is the bread and butter of it all. One of the sweetest things I'm sure in this box. Instantly, gratifyingly so. As soon as I get it out of here. Maybe. Once again, I don't want to damage the box because it's going to go sit on a shelf back in the box. Because, yeah, who wouldn't want to stick this on a shelf and protect it? There's tape here, tape here. Oh look, more tape. I like tape. It's good. It holds stuff together. And there it is, the Soldier 76 statuette. It has a base here as well. Maybe. Yeah. So it's got a little base so it'll sit somewhere nice and pretty like. So, yeah. There is the Overwatch Collector's Edition. So I'm diving right into this game, like I already said. Obviously, I recorded this before I did the playing and my final analysis earlier in the video. So, thank you for watching. Until next time.